Of all the life skills available to us, communication is perhaps the most empowering. A quote from Rhett Morrison. Good afternoon, Dr. Council and fellow classmates. Today we will be discussing a little bit about certain areas of interpersonal communication that have affected me personally. I believe that there has been 3 specific areas in which I have found a way to incorporate growth into my life. And these 3 areas include nonverbal communication, conflict resolution, and active listening. Now, starting off with nonverbal communication, kinesics, according to our textbook, is the study of the movements of the body, gestures, eye movements, and things of that sort. And it is deliberately understanding the meaning behind these nonverbal gestures. And something that I struggled with for a really long time was understanding that there are certain social cues that are very evident during a communication or a conversation with a fellow classmate, a peer, a family member, or anybody that you have any sort of relationship with. And this class has specifically allowed me to understand that there are certain things that are deemed universally rude or universally friendly, and just kind of learning how to navigate these things and not get frustrated and not get my feelings hurt by the way that certain people choose to express themselves. And moving past that, another area is conflict resolution, especially now being in a relationship and just having relationships with my family members, with my friends, and just with peers that I see day to day at work or at school. It is incredibly important to understand that healthy conflict resolution is essential to all of these relationships. Something that I have learned is that you need to be able to facilitate a peaceful ending and resolution to whatever conflict it is that you're having. And something that you can incorporate into this is actually active listening, because you are listening to understand and not listening to rebuttal. And that's something that I struggled with a lot, was trying to get defensive, and things like that don't ever typically work in finding a resolution to a conflict. So you really want to activate the active listening and just be sure that you are understanding what is being said to you and give a response based off of that, not simply just to have a rebuttal, but in order to understand where the other person is coming from, to be in their shoes, and not to escalate the situation any further than it needs to be, but rather keep a cool, level head and figure out a way to make everything a lot simpler for everyone. So these are just a couple of the ways that I have personally found have been helpful to me in this interpersonal communications class. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Kaylee signing out.